Welcome to Houston Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Lauren Leal and Rachael von Oranje.
Welcome into Houston Sports Show. I'm Lauren Leal.
I'm Rachael von Oranje, and we are Houston Sports Show.
Yeah, I just said that.
Well, yeah, but I need to reiterate it twice, Lauren, because, you introduced the show, but we are the show. You get me? Feel me?
I feel you, but okay, if you say so. Twice is better than once, I guess.
Twice is nice. Let's do it.
Hey, Rachael, here in Houston, it's important. The Rockets got the number 2 pick for the NBA draft, which was on Thursday night. Jalen Green is now a Houston Rocket, coming straight out of the G League. What are your thoughts on him and the other picks that the Rockets got?
Oh, man, I'm so happy about this pick. I know that I've gone on record saying Cade Cunningham, they need to move up and get him. But honestly, this is not a downgrade. We're finally out of the James Harden era. I feel it. I feel like we finally separated from the X, and now we're moving forward with the new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you. I feel that if he does come into this organization, change a lot of things with the Houston Rockets and elevates the team, I think maybe a lot of guys will lead and go to the G League more than college. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Especially if there is a dollar to be made, then you go there. And if you think you can get a big endorsement in college, then you go there. You do whatever works for you. I'm not hating on it. Just, come help out the Rockets and it's all good. Winning cures everything. And I think the Rockets drafted so well. All right, Lauren, so we got the Rockets, but there's a lot going on at NRG with the Houston Texans and football in general. What are your takeaways?
No doubt about it. Hello, the Hall of Fame game is next week. I can't believe we're literally weeks away from the preseason. A lot of Deshaun Watson talk, of course, which we'll have more of that later on in the show, but I'm so stoked for NFL season.
I am too.
Can't wait. All right, we got such a packed show, a fun show. We'll be getting into that football too. Let's get it all started with Real or Fake.
It's time for Real or Fake.
They're real and they're spectacular.
Here are Lauren and Rachael.
All right, picking it right back up where we left off in Deshaun Watson, our first Real or Fake. Rachael, Texans trade Watson to the Philadelphia Eagles. Real or fake?
You know what, Eagles Nation out there, I know y'all really want this to happen, but this is fake. And it's fake for multiple reasons. One is Deshaun Watson has that no trade clause, right? And so he's got to okay wherever he goes. I don't think he wants to go from one team that's in rebuild mode to another team that's basically kind of in rebuild mode as well. Not really a great situation there. And the second reason, Lauren, is because we just recently found out that Carson Wentz, surprise, surprise, speaking of the Eagles, Carson Wentz up there in Indianapolis, he just got injured, as he is prone to do. I could totally see something where Watson gets traded up there and totally okays it, because that is a ready-made, constructed roster to go win games and win them now.
Hey guys, big one right here. Rachael, the Big 12 announces it has folded. Real or fake?
Whew. I could see it coming. I don't know exactly if they'll use that verbiage, but it'll probably be something similar to what, do you remember the Big East?
Yes.
And when U of H, we thought we were finally going to a Power 5, and I hope something like this doesn't happen, because the Big 12 is probably going to be looking at our alma mater, U of H, and looking at us like, oh, now you're finally good enough for us, and we'll probably get excited and be like, yeah, we're finally in a big conference. And then next thing you know, poof, we have folded. Sorry. Yeah, this is real. This is real, Lauren.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring up that, because I was going to say, I feel like, OU, Texas leaving the Big 12, that does leave room for other schools to go in there, like our Cougars. However, 8 teams left in that conference. I don't see them wanting to stay in the Big 12. You got Texas Tech, you got Baylor, you got TCU, which always, is bringing light to beating UT, but you know what? That's only getting more praise to UT because it's putting their name in the paper. Anyways, I do see this happening, unfortunately. It's kind of sad, but conferences come and go, and Big 12, I can see you saying that you have folded. This being real news.
Hey, AAC, maybe you should be the big dog who comes in and picks them up. I heard the Hawkeyes are kind of interested. We'll see where this goes, but I'm here for it because I am petty. Bye-bye, Big 12.
Now we welcome to Houston Sports Show Texans insider, NFL insider, Aaron Wilson to join us to break down Texans training camp, which started this week. The big talk, of course, Deshaun Watson coming to camp and showing some face and actually participating, but not at the quarterback position. Tell us what you saw from Deshaun this week.
Right, Deshaun did line up at quarterback, but he is the fourth string quarterback, and occasionally he's on the scout team wearing number 23 as a safety, and that doesn't mean he's actually out there trying to intercept passes. They have him stand there in a stationary deal in the back of the end zone just to give them a look. But he is complying just so he will avoid $50,000 daily fines and not be on the reserve did not report list. And this is all because he wants to be traded, and that stance has not changed. And the relationship between the Texans and Deshaun Watson, even more awkward now, and even less of a chance of reconciliation is what I'm told.
Right, earlier in the show we talked about possibly the Eagles, just an option out there for Deshaun. But going back to the $50 fine a day if he doesn't show up to camp, what happens if he just completely walks out of camp? Right,
what would happen is they would have the right to put him on the left squad list, and under that designation he would have 5 days when they write him a 5-day letter to report. If he doesn't report within those 5 days, they can toll his contract, the $10.5 million, until 2022. He would not be paid this year, and he would not be able to play for any team this year.
Wow.
So it would negate everything, including the trade. It would be absolutely a bad decision. It would checkmate him, and in some ways, by reporting, he put the pressure on the Texans, what I believe they hoped for by showing up. But because the Texans don't mind having him out there, even though it's a spectacle, it's a little bit of a circus, at least it was the first day.
Right.
It's not a situation now that he can get out of. They aren't excusing him from practice to just sit inside in the training room or go lift weights. He has to do everything that they do, all of the meetings, everything he's asked to do. So Deshaun, who is complying with all of this, but you can see in his body language, heart not in it. At times he stands very far away from everyone, and his teammates are compartmentalizing. They're expressing support for him as a person while staying out of his business dispute with the Texans.
How is Tyrod Taylor lining up with this team? How is he shaping up? And are we going to see any of rookie Davis Mills?
Right, Tyrod has been impressive, his accuracy and his command, but also his leadership. He has a really calm, collected poise about him. And his teammates have been impressed by how he's taken on this leadership role and still remained cognizant of the fact that him and Deshaun are friends. They have the same quarterbacks coach, Quincy Avery. They've known each other for years. And Tyrod is expressing support for Deshaun while not taking a side. And I think it's a fine line to walk between you may not agree with everything your friend is doing, or you may not want to get involved in your friend's controversy, but at the same time, he's still your friend.
Right.
And that's what Tyrod Taylor and Deshaun Watson are. They're friends, as is Whitney Merciless, who expressed support for Deshaun. And I think it's more awkward appearing than it is actually for the players, the teammates, because they're all focused on what they have to do, their job, and it's just more between the agent, between management, between Cal McNair, between the league, between the lawyers, Tony Busby and Rusty Hardin for the civil lawsuits, and the ongoing Houston Police Department investigation into 10 active complaints alleging sexual misconduct and or sexual assault. So you have all these different things and a parallel NFL investigation. It is unprecedented, it is complicated, but it is what the Texans' daily reality has become.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Aaron. Lots of great nuggets and inside talk right there on the Texans. Excited to see what they do here in a couple of weeks. The season is ramping up. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks so much, Aaron. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started tonight here on Houston Sports Show. When we come back, Barry on Sports brings the laughs with a special guest in this week's episode. And what is Game Day OJ serving up this week? She'll take you inside her soccer bets. Plus, where's this guy going? Enviralicious, you don't want to miss. He gone. All right here on Houston Sports Show.
More Houston Sports Show after these messages.
See towering prehistoric beasts and their modern-day descendants only at the Houston Zoo. Tickets online at houstonzoo.org.
confidence comes standard with a certified pre-owned Cadillac from Ron Carter Cadillac, your only Houston area Cadillac to your door dealer. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on Houston's largest certified pre-owned Cadillac inventory, with the assurance of a 172-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning by master Cadillac technicians, and a total 5-year limited warranty with unlimited miles.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
See towering prehistoric beasts and their modern-day descendants only at the Houston Zoo. Tickets online at houstonzoo.org.
Welcome back into the show. Our resident funny man Barry Laminack is out of town, but Kenise Nana brings the jokes in his place. Here's Barry, or more like Kenise, on sports.
I'm Kenise Nana, and this isn't what happened in sports this week. Let's start in the NFL with Deshaun Watson, who showed up to training camp dressed like someone in the witness protection program. If he wore that to those massage parlors, he wouldn't be in this mess. Former Atlanta Falcons teammates Julio Jones and Roddy White are being sued by a cannabis company for allegedly selling hundreds of pounds of their weed illegally. They even had a great deal inspired by the Falcons. Buy 3/4 of a pound and they'll get the 4th quarter off. Speaking of Jones, he showed up to camp wearing Waffle House cleats. It means he's always open and almost certainly high. A Patrick Mahomes signed football card sold for a record of $4.3 million this week. If history tells us anything, he's likely to lose that record to Tom Brady soon. The NFL is reportedly trying to force unvaccinated players to wear brightly colored wristbands. The league wants to make sure the players are safe and healthy before their concussions. Of course, if they really want to see them coming, just add them to the Texans playbook. Give that a few seconds. In Olympic news, at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, 1,800 drones flew in formation to form up a COVID virus, signaling the Olympics' official surrender, I guess. A 13-year-old Japanese girl won the first Olympic gold medal in skateboarding. She hopes to win another gold medal when texting and TikTok videos are added to the next Olympic Games. American Lydia Jacoby is from a town of 2,700 people in Alaska, and she shocked the world by winning a gold medal in the 100-meter breaststroke. Jacoby said afterwards, the race wasn't really that hard because the water was melting. Norwegian Christian Blumenfeld won the gold medal in the triathlon at the Olympics and then threw up all over the finish line. Well, that's one way to submit a drug test sample. I'm honestly surprised that's not the standard way to finish a triathlon. One reason Barry Laminack isn't here is because in Olympic spirit, he attempted a triathlon. He tried all the spirits at his favorite bar. He didn't win a gold medal, but he threw up. And finally, Australian Olympic golfer Cam Smith got some attention this week after showing off this upgrade to his mullet. Apparently, he told his barber, "Give me the Mississippi, mate." Look, that was my best try, all right? I should just throw up like this was the end of the triathlon. But this is the end. My name is Kenise Nana, and that's not what happened in sports this week.
Now it's time for The Juice with Game Day OJ, aka Put Your Money Where Rachel's Mouth Is.
All right, juicers, check this video out, and afterwards, if you try and tell me that you aren't the slightest bit intrigued, I'm gonna place a bet that you're lying. Jerome showed me this video, and honestly, I think this should be an Olympic sport, right? I mean, it's better than half the stuff they air anyways. Doesn't it bring back nostalgic childhood memories of playing Mario Kart, driving go-karts at the local putt-putt place? It definitely did for me, but I'm also a degenerate, so that means I also thought to myself, how fun would it be to bet on stupid stuff like this? You guys find yourself wanting to bet on stuff like this too, right? No! Oh, just me? Well, okay. I do, quite often. I'm like in my head, oh cool, Lamar Jackson's playing pickup basketball in the neighborhood? I'd really like to bet on that. Or even, I think Bitcoin might just hit 40K by Saturday. Well, I did some research and discovered a few apps that actually will let me bet on stuff like this. Plus, I discovered that you can bet on the really important things in today's society, like Will #Free Britney happen by October? Will Kylie and Travis Scott get back together by September? Is Drake dating Kim Kardashian? These are the things that matter, people, and I want to bet on them. That's right, people. Freedom, America, the ability to bet and gamble on anything our degenerate little hearts could ever desire. But being that I'm a sportsy girl and I'm on a sportsy show, today I'll just stick to sports. Here is the juice. Astros versus Giants on Sunday afternoon in San Francisco. Look, both of these teams can score, but the Astros, they do it better. And they do it better on the road, where they're averaging 5.2 runs scored. The Giants, they only average 4.1 at Oracle Park. I considered taking the over, 7.5 runs total in this game, because you know me, I love me some overs. But then I remembered, Rachel, the Astros bullpen doesn't suck anymore. So I'm gonna keep it simple here and take the Astros money line, and I'm not thinking twice. That's the juice. All right, Houston, stay right there, because when we come back, Viralicious. Yes, we have robots in basketball. You've heard about it in baseball, but no, they're in basketball now.
Plus, I'll take you inside my opinion of the controversy happening at the Olympics.
Stay right there.
More Houston Sports Show after these messages.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT4 Luxury Collection for only $369 a month, or the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2021 XT6 Luxury Collection for only $509 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop Ron Carter, Cadillac.com.
At Smart Financial, we're about people, not profits. That's because we're locally operated by our member owners, and that makes all the difference. We are first-time home buyers. We are car buyers. We are dreamers. We are family. We are you. We are Smart Financial. No matter who you are or what you do, Smart Financial is here for you.
If it's hot and happening, it's Viralicious.
Exactly correct. It is Viralicious time with Lauren Leal, Rachael von Oranje, better known as Game Day OJ. You'll get a sense of why I'm introducing us like this. Rachel, check this guy out who is introducing himself walking up to the mound.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together.
What a cool concept. Like, he has pride. Total pride.
I'm totally into this.
I love it. Like, let's go. Let's go. Prep yourself up. Do what you got to do. If he would have done that and then struck out, like, boy.
Yeah, man.
He would have heard it from his team.
Yeah, we were just talking earlier, man. When you got a big mouth, you better back it up. So otherwise, I wouldn't be surprised. You know the rules of unwritten rules of baseball, right?
Oh, 100%.
Talk, get hit.
Okay, Rachel, we've heard of the phrase on the run, on the go. This guy right here that is basically, look at this, jumping out of the ambulance and is taking off. I mean, what do you think he's running away from?
He's running away from medical bills. Have you ever had to call 911, especially if you don't have medical insurance? If I ever woke up in an ambulance, Lauren, trust that I too will be out the door, Speedy Gonzalez, okay? Because I ain't paying that tab.
And then you think you'd be tripping over that waiter or whatever that was on the way out?
Whatever's in the way, you do whatever it takes to escape a $20,000 ride down the streets of the hospital. Nope, couldn't be me.
That's true. Hey, just give us a stir call. I'll help you out.
Thank you.
I won't charge you 20 grand though.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time for The Real Deal with Lauren Leal.
The Olympics. The best athletes in the world. Suni Lee won the gold in all around. That marks 5 consecutive victories for U.S. gymnastics in this category. But what happened a day prior? The team leader withdrew and is now cheering on the squad from the sidelines. Yes, lots of controversy about Simone Biles not competing in the Olympics due to mental health, which makes history because, frankly, we've rarely witnessed any athlete sitting out for reasons other than injury. Many agree that mental health issues can be draining and overwhelming, but it's never been an open discussion to understand the heaviness, the pressure, or nerves that professional athletes carry, specifically on the world stage. Spectators argue Simone needs to compete as she's been training 4 years, 5 technically due to the pandemic, and took some other dreamer's spot on the U.S. team. What's the right answer here? To be angered at her competing absence in Tokyo, or support and respect her openness to a current illness? That's up to you, but let's get real. Mental blocks occur in every athlete's career. It's not right nor wrong, it's the human brain. And as much as we like control, sometimes it has a mind of its own, literally. Simone had some bad passes this year on the floor, followed by the vault, that ultimately led her choosing to sit out of the rest of the team competition and the individual all around. No one has beaten her in 8 years. Did I want to see her compete alongside the rest of the country and globe? Yeah. I grew up in the gym competing and loved watching every gymnastics meet I could. That's personal to me. So yes, watching the greatness of Simone was on my to-do list this year. Does this teach kids that it's okay to sit out when things aren't going their way? If a goalie in a soccer match gets hit in the face by a ball, do they walk out of the game? Or does the goalie hold their post and try not to let another ball get past them? That's an answer only an athlete can make, since you don't know what's going through their mind. On the other hand, the Olympics is unlike any other competition. It's 4 years of training, shaping up to be the best in the world. Not a season, not a year. 365 days times 4. Simone Biles held 25 world championships and Olympic medals prior to Tokyo 2020. These include 19 golds, 3 silvers, and 3 bronze medals. She has rightfully earned the title of the true gymnastics GOAT, greatest of all time. I sure believe it. The entire world does. So, did this contribute to her mental health, causing distraction to training, the trials, and the Olympics as an entirety? Possibly. We are all human. Remember what it means to be an athlete, why competition is important, and you never know what is going on in someone else's mind. This has been The Real Deal.
Hey, we are not done yet. Stay tuned, more Houston Sports Show comes your way next. Hey, you enjoy Houston Sports Show on TV? Well, get a kick out of Houston Sports Show on the radio. Check us out every Sunday morning at ESPN 97.5.
More Houston Sports Show after these messages.
Confidence comes standard with a certified pre-owned Cadillac from Ron Carter Cadillac, your only Houston area Cadillac to your door dealer. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on Houston's largest certified pre-owned Cadillac inventory, with the assurance of a 172-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning by master Cadillac technicians, and a total 5-year limited warranty with unlimited miles.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When crisis hits Houston, we come together. In spirit, in action. It's not the first time, but each time, the Houston Chronicle delivers coverage you can count on. From downtown to the Woodlands, to Baytown, to Katy, to Sugar Land. We stand with you. Together, we are strong. We are Houston.
Welcome back into the show, Houston Sports Show, the funniest show around, of course. Rachel, your bet this week. I mean, I just wanted to hop on one of those scooters.
I did too.
I'm not gonna lie.
I did too. We should totally get Jerome to buy us some, and then we can just videotape us racing. People can place bets, but just know, Mario. We are the generation that grew up on some Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
And I'm bringing the banana peels, and I'm gonna be throwing them everywhere, and you just spinning around. Hey, who did you play with when you played Mario Kart?
I was just gonna say, so basically, you want me to show up next week with a black eye?
I mean, we got good makeup in the back that can handle that. Don't you worry about the little things.
I think of these scooters, and I remember elementary school when you have to like sit down and like literally scoot yourself on them. Do you remember those?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Where did you grow up, Lauren?
Get them in elementary school. So much fun tonight. Hey guys, we are here every Saturday night, CW39 Houston. Thanks so much for joining us. She's Rachael von Oranje. I'm Lauren Leal. We'll see you next week.
You're watching Houston Sports Show on CW39 Houston.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT4 Luxury Collection for only $369 a month, or the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2021 XT6 Luxury Collection for only $509 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop Ron Carter, RonCarterCadillac.com.
We are new beginnings. We are first-time home buyers. We are family. We are Smart Financial. Whether buying a new home or refinancing, we offer easy shopping for the best loan programs and rates available, and convenient online tools to help you make a smart choice. No matter who you are or what you do, Smart Financial has the right home loan for you. We are dreams come true. We are Smart Financial.